Ahead. That's enough. And that'll be a first down. They're working against Dante Myers. 1st and 10 from the 29 for Harris. How about an end zone shot early? No! Incomplete. Just a bit too much for Robustelli.
Harris with that great completion percentage just misses him.
Piece of the fingertips. Nothing more. Harris likely to throw again. Alouettes send for Harris near side. Robustelli has it. Takes it down to the 20. This is going to be Tommy Stevens' territory.
Get it all.
Can he find a yard here? Tommy Stevens, a yard and more down inside the 15. 11 for 20. A.J. Alouette up the middle. Great run. Takes it down inside the 10. Moves over to the left of Harris. Harris is going to look to his right, has Alouette wide open, far side, finds him, cuts it back, looking for the end zone, denied. Knocking on the door, but driven back was A.J. Alouette. Has 2 rushing touchdowns on the season, looking for a third, pushing in, touchdown Riders. Tommy Stevens finishes the job, and the Riders go on top.
Drive for the visitors. Hostile territory, always tough in Montreal when you're flying all the way east and losing the 2 hours of time zone. And
other for a 7-point lead. A bit of a statement drive. 4 on that drive, 22 yards. Slother kicks it away. Tyjon Lindsey takes it just outside the 10 and is stopped at the Montreal 34. So it's a pretty good Calgary defense. They're going to start it on the ground here. Sean Thomas Erlington, 4th in the league in rushing yards. Spins it ahead just outside the 40. 7 yards on the ground. Back there again. Breaking a tackle, finding the yardage needed for a first down is Thomas Erlington. A.J. Allen and Revis with the others. MBT, far side, finds Sneed. Stiff arm on Sales, but forced out of bounds anyway. Here's a look at the Alouettes offense.
Left tackle, Nick Callender, 3rd straight start for him on McLeod Bethel Thompson's blind side. Go to the receiving core. Big game last week by Tyler Sneed, and newcomer, but not new to the game, not new to the league. That's Alexander Hollins, former BC Lion. Gets his first start as an Alouette tonight.
More on Hollins coming up later in the quarter. MBT under pressure, dumps it off. And that is incomplete. There's that defensive line we were talking about. Zima from just outside his own 35 hangs this one up there. That's taken by McCray just inside the 15. 48-yard kick. Starts here on his own 24. Fakes the handoff to Alouette. Dumps it off looking for Johnson. And a nice catch by Keyshawn Johnson. Had to turn around a bit, but he hauls it in. Montreal loading up that defensive line here. Harris wants to throw again. Gets it away near side. Waiting for it and hauling it in is Myers, working against Deontay Ruffin. Back-to-back first downs for Saskatchewan on their own 54. Screen, Robustelli. Can he find a block? He stumbles back to the line of scrimmage. Season
Number 1 ranked.
2nd and long for Harris. Near side, a little bit of a slip for Robustelli coming back to it, but Lorenzo Burns is there to break it up.
If he doesn't stumble, this is an out where both players, Robustelli and Burns, with a little stumble, but if Burns doesn't, he
today hangs it up there. Lindsey takes it cleanly at the 10, a 45-yard kick. Picks his way up the near sideline.
Top off a defense in a heartbeat.
I'd say one of the best deep threats in the league in 2023. Down the field right here. Hollins, flag on the play. Working against Campbell. But that flag sits at the 44. That was great timing. As we were talking about Hollins as a deep threat.
Saskatchewan, number 26. Spot of the foul. Automatic. First down.
Watch the great route running here. Yeah, and it was the intended target. Little stop and go, like he's going to curl. And then he takes off and goes deep. Gets in behind. Little pass interference, which is as good as the catch. And there's the example of Alexander Hollins able to take the top off. Pass interference occurred.
Another quick hitter. Sneed. Popped up, held on to the ball against this Riders defense.
8 sacks for this group up front. Micah Johnson got a pair. So did Shane Ray, as I mentioned, and Malik Carney. There's one of the great run stoppers in the game, and Jameer Thurman. 2 real good linebackers, middle linebackers in this game, and Darnell Sankey and Thurman. And I'm going to look at this strong side, the boundary side of the defensive secondary for the Saskatchewan Roughriders. Milligan and Sales out there against Rambo and Sneed.
Sales with 5 knockdowns this season, tied for second in the league. Has an interception as well. Milligan, 2 interceptions, 3 knockdowns. MBT bouncing around the pocket. Dumps it off to his running back. Zima. Into the waiting hands of McCray on the far sideline, and he is forced out, and that'll move the ball up. Riders 43. Far side, that is batted down. Looking for Keyshawn Johnson, but a nice play by Wesley Sutton. 2nd and 10 for Harris. He's in trouble, and he is taken down. There's a flag right at the end of it. Oakman celebrating.
There's no flag on the play.
2 and out for the Riders. Look at this kick. A boomer all the way down. Bobbled. Then gobbled up by Lindsay. DeMarcus Fields, though, takes advantage of that extra second on a 62-yard kick. Opening quarter. Tyson the game at running back. He'll give it to him. Cuts it to his left. Finds a hole. And a nice run. 2nd quarter action coming up. Riders leading the Alouettes 7-0. And Suits, one thing that really jumps off the page here. Time of possession so far in favor of the visitors.
Yeah.
MBT will be throwing here. Down the field. Tried to drop it in there for Speaker. But Campbell came across to cause all types of issues. Possibility of good field position looming here for the Riders. Zima. Gonna force McCray back a bit. Takes it at the 30 with a bobble. Picks it up. In trouble. Trying to escape. Can he find a way out? No. Taken down at the 30. They'll give it to Alouette. Trying to find some room on the outside. And he is tracked down. Ruffin and Sankey there to make sure he didn't do any more damage. 2nd and 7. Harris gets it away. Going to be spotted just short of a first down. He goes back to Rubistelli.
Okay, good one.
Yeah, 1. Might have been on the 2nd down. Pushing his big hitter. That's a great tackle, but they do say he got enough. From their own 42-yard line, 2 options to the right, 2 to the left for Harris. Looks to the left, wants to throw in that direction. He does, times it perfectly, and drops it in there nicely. Tommy Neal hauls it in. Tommy Neal all the way up to the Montreal 42. Multiple flags find the secondary as they hand this off to A.J. Ouellette.
Completely
Too many
opposite.
players. Montreal. 10-yard penalty. The result will be a first down.
Harris back to Ouellette again. Pretty good sized hole on the left side of the line.
In the pocket.
Ouellette 16 yards on 4 carries so far. Harris. Keyshawn Johnson spins it back inside the 20. He's got a first down for the Riders. Red zone second time today for Saskatchewan. Found a touchdown the first time. Harris looking for another one here. Batted down. Great defense. Deontay Ruffin getting in front.
That wide side.
Montreal sends 4. Harris down the middle. End zone touchdown. Welcome to the Riders. Tommy Neal.
How about that? Tributing. Hardrick out there taking his guy off the edge, giving his quarterback lots of time to stand in and throw a dart over the middle to Neal. There's the intended target. Take a look at the veteran quarterback, how he looks off coverage. This is Trevor Harris at his best, looking way over here to freeze any defensive back on the backside, thinking, no, he's going to the wide field. Whoop, he flips his hips right back over the middle to Tommy Neal.
Baker hasn't been around. They've been waiting for Bain, and others just continue to step up.
Or slide over that direction, and he goes backside.
Harris, 10 of 14, 112 yards. And that touchdown. Lindsay on the return. Solid one. Spins it just outside the 40. Kyle Bethel-Thompson trying to find something with this offense. They'll throw in the rookie running back, Tice.
Locked in on the running back.
Looking to throw here. Gets it away. Finds Steed. Made a man miss. Trying to escape. But they will hang on and gang tackle him on the Riders' side of the field. But tough to bring down there. Now from the 51. Dumps it off. Tice one-hands it. Spins. Bounces back up. No whistle yet. And then now a whistle as he's taken down just outside the 50. Just 23 passing yards from MBT so far. A bobble. Pressure. Finds Speaker. Speaker will be stopped short of the first down. This one would have broken the previous franchise record. That is up. It is through. Got it. Right down the gut. Another deep shot from Maltos Diaz. Quarterbacks in this league now. Funny, going back to 2011. Down the sideline, finding Myers. Myers to the 20. And he's pushed out of bounds. Touchdown saver from Hamlin. Big shot from Harris to Myers.
Harris is doing, he's going double move outside, a little play action to hold the pass rush for just a split second. That's all he needed with Myers in the double move on Ruffin. And that's Hamlin just hustling from his nickel spot to try and help out. He was in deep middle coverage, and he's just trying to catch him before he scores. But Myers gets Ruffin on the double move.
More. A.J. Ouellette takes the ball up the middle, down to the 6. Second and 4. They'll hand it off. It's Anderson down inside the 10. Tommy Stevens, 3rd and 2. Will he take it? Trying to draw him off. Did not work.
Yeah, they got the big team in there, try to draw him offside, didn't work.
Time count violation. Saskatchewan number 17. 5-yard penalty. Be 3rd down.
Store a 14-point cushion on the road for the Green and Whites. It's up. And it is through.
Jason Moss is not putting a timeline on it.
His veteran back up on the run to his right, trying to find someone. And it's incomplete. It was his running back, Thomas Erlington.
After the season, when we need him to accomplish what we want to accomplish.
Some zip on that one into the hands of Sneed, who's really been the only bright spot in this offense so far.
A little bit, but hung on. Move the chains.
Back on the ground. Nowhere to go. Maybe 3 yards for Thomas Erlington. Cobb Bethel-Thompson looking to throw again. And is that intercepted? Thurman laid out for it and hauled it in before he went down. Riders defense continues to cause nightmares for Montreal and McLeod Bethel-Thompson.
Watch the feet of Jameer Thurman here as he fools McLeod Bethel-Thompson as he opens up looking like he's going to sit on that and then breaks across his face to make the catch. Sibasu's got to come back to the football first of all, but Jameer Thurman just kind of chopped his feet, made McLeod Bethel-Thompson think he was opening up and just stood there.
Is Trevor Harris back out there looking for more. Finds Dante Myers up to the 50 with just under 2 minutes on the clock for the Riders thus far. Need 3 more yards here. Harris gets it away behind Duncan Busby. Could not haul it in.
For granted excellence, because he's one of the best in the league.
Low driving kick from Couch. Bounces at the 5 into the end zone. Lindsay will take the knee. 7 of 11 for just 45 yards. That one through the hands of Sibasu, from unable to haul that one in. Riders send 4. Big hit. Speaker held on to it too after contact. Be about a yard short.
Rambo was an intermediate route as well, so Marcus Sales said, if you're not going to send anyone deep to take me in my zone back, I'm jumping this.
Got an injured Alouette offensive lineman, Justin Lawrence. Evans looking for a yard. Great push. Held on to the ball. First down, Alouettes. Thompson flushed out of the pocket on the run to his right down the field, just throwing that one away with the pressure in his face here. Hit a game winner from 59, which was insane. MBT thought about a deep shot. There's a flag on the field. He almost threw another pick. Milligan was in the vicinity.
Side, Montreal number 85. That penalty be declined. Third down.
They're winning points both in the final 2 minutes of games. Zima just got that away. McCray takes it. There's a flag back near midfield after a 48-yard kick.
Illegal interference. Montreal number 39. Be a 10-yard penalty. First down.
So it's he might.
We'll take it. That'll be all right. That's what we expect. On the ground, up the middle. Harris is still on his way to 300 as well. They'll hand it off to Alouette in second down. There's a flag at the tail end of the play.
There's no flag on the play.
No flag on the play. 11 points, the other 18 points. And
welcome back to Percival Molson Stadium in Montreal, where the Alouettes do trail 18-3 as we get set for a little bit of a delayed third quarter.
Any little traction, at least 2 or 3 first downs.
Better late than never. After a 25-minute delay, we are underway. Lindsay on the return far sideline. Alexander took over, 17 straight points in a victory. Here's MBT on the run, picking his way ahead. That's almost a first down, as the footwork of number 4 does the trick. 2nd and 1. Evans is going to throw down the field. Almost intercepted. Sales was making the play on it, and Sneed ended up taking him down.
Go down in there in the short yardage and say, hey, let's just try and fool him with one. But Marcus Sales, the veteran of 7 years in the league, was not fooled. His assignment was to play man-to-man coverage on Tyler Sneed. He's right there, and in fact, he had best shot at it.
3rd and 1. Evans just lunging ahead this time. And that'll be a first down for the Alouettes. Pass interference penalty. MBT on the run to his left. Tosses it ahead. Finds Sneed, and Sneed's got a first down as McLeod Bethel-Thompson on the run with a little bit of a shovel.
Well, he's been around a long time. I mean, McLeod Bethel-Thompson is in start 164 here. So he understands the urgency. he knows, as you mentioned out of the gate, how important this drive is.
1st and 10 from the 50. And they'll hand it off this time.
We have offsetting misconduct penalties. 8 for Saskatchewan, 14 for Montreal.
Marcus Sales, Charleston Rambo, 2nd and 6. 3 options out to the left. Riders are going to bring some pressure. Bethel Thompson over the middle, drops it in there down. And the 25 bounces away. Picked up, Fields the other way for the Riders. And he's going to be taken down. Oh, that's a big one for Saskatchewan. Here's a look. Sneed had it, lost it. This prior to break. Here's another one. Let's see what the ruling is here. Down to the field.
After automatic review by the replay center, the ruling on the field became an incomplete pass. It'll be 3rd down.
Diaz from 54 yards. That is got it! Does it again! The big
What a story.
Ray nails it! For Montreal, now can their defense join the party? AJ Alouette straight ahead. Looks like he was limping a bit at the end of the first half. Alouettes protecting against the run. So Harris is going to throw. Myers again turns around, hauls it in. Great body control as Myers spins around and gets it.
You see the play action and the motion, the motion and misdirection on this play. There's a play action inside going this way. There's misdirection with the receiver coming this way. That freezes and pulls up Anton Arcu, and he's got the one-on-one he wants on Burns.
Far. AJ Alouette again finds a hole, pushes through, takes it down inside the Montreal 25. The offensive line to the left of Harris. Wants to throw again, gets it away down the field. Tommy nailed. Working on Kennedy, couldn't get there in time. This is a 32-yarder. He sneaks it in. Deflected, ends up in the hands of Sneed, finds a little bit of room, and he's got a 1st down. Left of McLeod Bethel Thompson. Riders will send 4. Out in the flat, Speaker forced out of bounds. Saskatchewan brings some pressure. MBT in trouble and taken down. Mike Rose gets there.
Injured.
Will not return. Zima just got it away. He's hit as he tries to land, and a flag flies. McCray back into the end zone to corral this for the Riders.
Contacting the kicker, Saskatchewan number 21. It's a 10-yard penalty. It'll remain 3rd down.
It's not a 1st down if it's contacting. If it's roughing the kicker, it is automatic 1st.
Right now, got to find 3 yards if you're Montreal. MBT looks to his left, on the run, out to his right. Where's he going to go? Down, that's where he goes. Picked up and taken away. Sanders the other way for the Riders. Touchdown, Saskatchewan. The scoop and score after the sack of McLeod Bethel Thompson. And the Riders blow it wide open.
Or you can, I guess, give the Coach Moss, the out on going for it on 3rd down at midfield. There's the tackle by Shane Ray. And that ball comes out on the way down. Caleb Sanders scoops it. Now every turnover is automatically replayed.
Montreal is also challenging for roughing the passer.
He kind of looked like he sort of let him go right before he got to the turf here. Watch.
Yeah.
All right, they've taken a look at this. Let's get our official ruling.
After review by the command center, The runner was down with contact at the 46-yard line. Now Montreal is challenging for roughing the passer, and we're going to review that aspect of the play. After review by the replay center, the ruling on the field stands. It'll be first down Saskatchewan.
Defense has been making plays. Can Montreal do the same? AJ Ouellette, big hole, turns it back upfield. Once again, here in the second half, he's been getting good yardage on first down. Brings up a lot of options. Looks to throw, gets it away. Finds Myers, having a huge gain. There's a flag back by Trevor Harris.
Block, hands to the face, Montreal number 91. That penalty be declined, first down.
That is 152 yards and 5 catches for Myers. AJ Ouellette bounced off one tackle. Wynn, who originally had him, bounces back up, gets in there, and takes him down. The red zone again. 2nd and 8 for Harris. Looks to the end zone. Far corner, drops it in there for Keyshawn Johnson. Touchdown, Riders. Johnson hauls it in, his 3rd of the season, as Harris strikes again.
For Harris, and the accuracy is bang on. That keeps it away from the defender and Wesley Sutton. Foot in for Keyshawn Johnson. Just an outstanding throw and catch to place this ball, the ball placement right to that corner, and Keyshawn Johnson making the catch, keeping that toe in bounds.
Father, one more.
With the recognition from Trevor Harris, here's his route. It's an outside route with a little double move off the inside route from the wide receivers. So Keyshawn Johnson's going to make a double move here, but the Alouettes go with 3-man pressure. Stop it here. Just 3-man pressure. Lots, 2 safeties over the top. So Trevor Harris does not want to try to throw it in this area. That's where it's least dangerous. Get it out there to the sideline where only my guy has a shot at it, and not all those safeties and free players in the middle. He's
18 of 21, 247 yards, 2 touchdowns. Saskatchewan hanging one on Montreal so far tonight. A bobble by Lindsay, picks it up, in trouble, taken down. What a tackle, Jackson Ford. Quarterback change for Jason Moss and his Alouettes. Caleb Evans into the game. Starts here on his own 15. They'll hand it off. Sean Thomas Erlington, short pickup.
Onto the Riders all game long.
Evans looking for Hollins. There's a flag on the play. Last time they looked at Hollins, it was a pass interference.
Throw in Alex Hollins.
Pass interference, Saskatchewan number 22. Spot of the foul, automatic first down.
Interference. This time it was a deep, deep curl comeback, and you can see the hit from behind a little bit before the ball arrives.
At the helm of the offense. He's going to toss it to Tice. Trying to cut it back. What a tackle. Ray had him immediately.
Yeah, Shane Ray's figuring it out.
Down for this Riders defense. Near side, Speaker, he's got a lot of work to do. And they will wrap him up just outside the 35. Zima, clean this time. McRae takes it just inside the 25. Had nowhere to go. Time of possession was tightened up a bit, but Montreal hasn't been able to do anything with it. Harris looking for Johnson, incomplete over the middle. Harris in this one. Second in the league in sacks. Can they get there this time? Not even close. Finds Johnson, first down. Out to the 50 where they'll wrap him up. Play, third quarter. AJ Ouellette escaped one tackle. Hamlin, dominant performance through 3 quarters in favor of the Rough Riders, leading 28-6.
Big numbers on the left, not big numbers on the right.
The fourth quarter for the Riders. Montreal brings 5. Harris gets it away. And that is hauled in by Robustelli. Obviously, who's been consistent, but has had some big games as well. Couch kicks it away. This is going to go end over end. Taken cleanly, short return
Number 2 job. Put a couple scores on the board in the fourth quarter.
Alexander, of course, dealing with that hamstring injury. Don't want to rush it. Evans on the run to his right. We know he can do this. And he lunges ahead.
For defense.
Evans over the middle. Defended well by Rivas. Speaker went and got it. And they are going to rule it incomplete.
Time in that regard, so you have to keep that in mind as well.
Big kick. Zima taken just inside the 25 by McRae. That was a good burst before he's hammered out of bounds. Harris, 38 yards away from hitting 300. Back to A.J. Ouellette pushing ahead, and that is a first down carry. Yards. Now they'll hand it off again. Mario Anderson near sideline. What a burst from Anderson. And he is taken out of bounds at the 30.
Fresh legs. He'd play on some teams as well.
Give it to him again, and he'll take it down inside the 25. A little while to ramp back up here. Harris down the field. A little bit in front of Duncan Busby. Straight away. Puts it home.
And read them a story. There's about 8 guys that took part in it this year, Johnson being one of them, Picton, Brett Lawther, or others.
Bigger than them.
MBT back in at quarterback here. He goes back to his favorite target as Snead hauls it in.
That will last forever, and you'll want to see a game. Good on him. And he is still
almost a decade and a half, which is incredible. Bethel Thompson down the field. Should have been picked. That was just sitting there for LaCombo. Just inside his own 50, Zima. Drops one inside the 10. The play tripped up. Back to A.J. Ouellette. Trevor Harris remains in the game for now. You see what he does here. Harris, deep shot, incomplete. Flag on the play.
Yep.
Looking for Robustelli.
Yeah, it kind of
Pass
stopped him.
interference.
Yep.
Montreal number 22. Spot of the foul. Automatic first down.
Yeah, basically just cut him off, like stopped him in his stride with the ball in the air.
Back to Ouellette again. Cut it back. Found himself a hole. Loses his lid. Mario Anderson back into the game. Harris moves it. Duncan Busby took a big hit. Ball came out, picked up by Keyshawn Johnson. Big bodies on the line, lots of them. They'll give it to Anderson. What a burst, finds a hole, takes it down inside the 40. And when Anderson again. This time they'll stuff him after a couple of yards. Second on that list. Probably not anymore. Duncan Busby. So it could be a good one, doesn't it? Lawther, 3 more. Off the upright, doink. Maybe the only thing that hasn't gone right for the Riders tonight.
Under 70%.
Tice, wide open, heavy collision, has the first down for Montreal.
You know, when you see a high completion percentage, you see a high completion percentage.
70.3% tonight. The 11 in a row. Cetus the catch. And Houston's spot at 7-1. MBT pump fake, deep shot. Oh, LaCombo was there again, looking for his first of the year to wrap this one. Spins and Gets a couple of yards.
Nice job. And you take a look at 7-1 to start the season. You've got a bye coming up now to sort of get some rest and maybe even get a Sam Emilus back into your lineup. And to answer your question about the fandom, it'll be twofold. It'll be a total excitement for an entire province and about 90%, and then there'll be 10 that'll say, wait a minute, we got to be better on, you know, the toss sweep. And these are important kicks for him and for that fan base you've been talking about.
48-yarder, that'll be a silencer.
There you go.
For Saskatchewan fans. They lost
For that before we got here to the booth. And
They lost to the Ticats, who now after this loss stand alone atop the East.
right, but it was, they had to earn it and went right down to the wire. Cody Fajardo had a great game. Win done, and another big game for Bo Levi Mitchell. Front runner MOP in the East, and I think we were watching tonight the front runner in the MOP department in the West Division.
Battling for a MOP at this stage of their career.
And Bo Levi
Top Bethel Thompson, but hey, he might have a little bit of a axe to grind or something to prove against Edmonton next week as well.
That's a lot. I mean, at one point, I think at halftime, it was 2-1. I mean, best front four in the league? That's a question. Saskatchewan, best front four in the league?
They allow less than 70 yards a game against a run and lead the league in sacks.
There you go.
If you're looking at two pretty significant categories, I think they check a couple of boxes on that one. The Alouettes take one on the chin tonight at home, and the Riders go to 7-1.